Polls have showed not only the great support for Hamas in the West Bank, which we call Judea and Samaria, the biblical heartland, but also in Gaza. Still, in the wake of October 7th, some 75% of Gazans, polls show, support Hamas. And yet, the Biden administration is really promoting the idea of a two-state solution between Israel and the Palestinians, even in the wake of October 7th. What are your thoughts on that? And is there any form of support whatsoever in Israel right now for a potential two-state solution?
Well, let's start with that question. The support in September 2023, I don't think they knew October 7th was coming, but Pew Research Center did a poll of Israelis. 65% of Israelis, and if you know anything about political polling, that's an absolute landslide. 65% of Israelis, including 59% of Arab Israelis, oppose a two-state solution. And 75% of what we call the Palestinians, the Palestinian Arabs, the Arabs in the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, also oppose a two-state solution. So you're talking about a quote-unquote solution that no one on either side supports. No one wants a two-state solution. Now, we don't want a two-state solution for different reasons. Israel wants a one-state solution that includes an Arab minority that has full rights and lives peacefully among Israel, just like our Arab Israeli citizens do. And the Palestinians want a one-state solution that includes no Jews. But a two-state solution, so first of all, it's something that nobody wants, and it's the height of arrogance by the Biden administration and other Western voices calling for a solution that no one in the conflict actually is looking for. People, you know, you stop the average person in the street and you say, are you in favor of a two-state solution? They say, yeah, sure, it sounds nice. You know, two states, two peoples, that's it. Everyone's happy. You know, it's a solution. You know, two's a nice number. You know, that's how people think about a two-state solution. But if you just drill down a little bit and you realize how absurd it is, who would be governing this Palestinian state? According to Biden, it would be Mahmoud Abbas and Fatah, what's known as the Palestinian Authority. What's the problem with that? Well, we have a few problems. First of all, that's an administration that also preaches genocide against the Jews. Abbas himself is a Holocaust denier. The Palestinian Authority famously pays stipends in what we call the pay-to-slay program to terrorist families. There's also been information that's come out that there were Fatah terrorists from the Palestinian Authority faction that Abbas leads who participated in October 7th. The idea that Abbas would govern the Gaza Strip or be the head of any kind of state is absurd. But let's go a little further. Mahmoud Abbas was elected to a four-year term in 2006. There has not been an election since. And the reason there hasn't been an election is that polling shows that if there were a free and fair election, a democratic election in the Arab territories, the Gaza Strip, what we call the West Bank, Judea and Samaria, that Hamas would win overwhelmingly. Yeah. Abbas is polling right now at about 14%. Are we talking about a democratic Palestinian state? Those who call for a two-state solution, all the questions we need to ask them is, who's governing it? Yeah. Do you want it to be a democracy? Is it a state that would advocate peaceful relations with Israel?
Is it demilitarized?
Is it demilitarized? On all of these questions, these are things that the man in the street asked if they like a two-state solution has never thought about. And once you ask those questions, you realize that the concept is absurd. It would pose a major national security threat to Israel. But more from a moral perspective, should the result of the October 7th massacre be that we reward these people with a state? That should be, is that why my children are laying their lives on the line?